In this video, we are going to talk about driver diagrams, which are a useful tool in helping you pull together different projects which could affect your aims. Firstly, it is helpful to have a smart aim which you are hoping to achieve. In this example, we are hoping to lose half a stone of weight in the next 6 months. The primary drivers for this aim are the number of calories in and the number of calories out. Once we have decided our primary drivers, we need to think of secondary drivers which could affect these. So when thinking of calories in, we could reduce our food intake, we could replace food with low-calorie options, and we could reduce our alcohol and soft drinks intake. When thinking of calories out, we could increase the amount of exercise that we do. Once we have decided our secondary drivers, we could look at tertiary drivers if we were looking at a complex problem. Or we can then focus on specific actions that will help us achieve our aim. In this example, we are now going to look at different interventions we can make to achieve our aim. So looking at reducing food intake, we could take a packed lunch to work, and we could measure out our breakfast cereal. In replacing food with low-calorie options, we could plan our meals. This would also help with reducing intake, so we can join this project to both of these secondary drivers. We could also switch to light mayo. On reducing alcohol and soft drink intake, you could avoid the pub in the week. This would give you more time to visit the gym twice a week, so this secondary driver could also affect calories in as well as calories out. Other interventions we could undertake would be walking to work or wearing a pedometer to walk 10,000 steps each day. Obviously, walking to work would affect the number of steps undertaken each day. Once we have drawn out our driver diagram, we can attach measures to each part to ensure the interventions we have planned are successful. The different sorts of measures we have are outcome measures, which measure the outcome of our project. These are usually linked directly to our SMART aim. Process measures, are we actually doing what we said we would do? Structure measures, do we have the equipment or environment required to undertake the intervention or change? And finally, balancing measures, are there any unintended consequences of the change we are planning? So looking at our driver diagram, we have the aim. This would be the main focus of our project and the main outcome measure. In this case, this would be our weight. For our primary drivers, we could then introduce measures such as daily calorie intake and calories out to see if our interventions are having the desired outcome. Process measures we could introduce might be, are we taking a packed lunch? Are we meal planning? Are we walking to work? Structure measures, in this example, may be, do we have light mayo in the house? Do we have a gym membership? And do we own a pedometer? Balancing measures, in this example, might be the costs of a gym membership, having to buy new clothes when we lose weight, or spending less time with friends if we're not going to the pub. So as you can see, a driver diagram can be a useful tool to plan a strategy on a page. You can see that in using this tool, you can quite quickly articulate your aim, projects that will help achieve it, and how we are going to measure it. These diagrams can be completed individually or with a group. It's often better to complete these as a group, as you get more ideas this way, and this sort of exercise is a good way to engage your stakeholders and spread the message of the improvement you are trying to make.